Did you know that some of the most dramatic, funniest, and even darkest moments in The Lion King were completely cut from the final film? Scenes that would have changed how we see Scar, how we understand Mufasa's wisdom, even moments that would have made Timon and Pumbaa way more than just comic relief. These are moments Disney never wanted us to see. But today, you will. This is 10 deleted Lion King scenes you were never supposed to see. Don't blink, because some of these will change the way you look at The Lion King forever. And wait until you see the deleted final battle scene at the end. It might just be the most shocking of all. Like and subscribe if you're ready to explore the hidden side of the Lion King universe. Deleted Scene 1 is Scar's original song, Thanks to Me. Let's kick off with something most fans have never heard, literally. Scar wasn't always supposed to sing Be Prepared. In early drafts, Scar had his own entirely different song called Thanks to Me. And guess what? It was an arrogant, jazzy number where Scar boasts about how everything great in the Pride Lands, from the sun rising to the hunting success, is all thanks to him. In the lyrics, he sings, "You're welcome, my subjects, thanks to me." But test audiences found it too comedic for the menacing tone the movie needed. Disney scrapped it and replaced it with the much darker Be Prepared, which became iconic. In fact, its visual style was famously inspired by Nazi propaganda, making it one of the most striking villain sequences in Disney history. Imagine if Scar had been a jazz singer instead of a tyrant. What a different movie that would have been. Deleted Scene 2 is when Simba meets Scar after Mufasa's death. Speaking of darkness, the next deleted moment would have taken Simba's guilt to chilling new heights. In an early version, after Mufasa's death, Simba didn't just run off blindly. There was an emotional confrontation where Scar approaches Simba at the gorge, pretending to comfort him. Scar says, "Oh Simba, such a tragedy, but perhaps if you had been stronger." He directly manipulates Simba, twisting the knife of guilt and cementing his role as a master manipulator. This would have made Simba's trauma even deeper, and Scar even more evil. The scene was storyboarded, but ultimately Disney thought it was too intense for younger audiences. But imagine, Scar planting that guilt right into Simba's heart, the weight Simba would have carried all those years.
Ever means for these things to happen. But the king is dead. And if it weren't for you, he'd still be alive.
Deleted Scene 3 is when Mufasa's ghost had a second appearance. Now hold that thought about Simba's inner struggles, because here's a moment that would have given him hope. You remember Mufasa's iconic appearance in the sky. Remember who you are. But originally, that wasn't the last time we were going to see him. There was a second ghostly visit planned. Near the final battle with Scar, as Simba doubts himself again, Mufasa's voice would have returned to guide him one last time. "Courage, my son. Face your destiny." Imagine how powerful that would have been in the final moments. But the filmmakers felt one appearance was more impactful and didn't want to overuse Mufasa's spirit. Still, the idea that he was always watching could have added a beautiful layer of meaning.
What you have become, you must take your place in the circle of life.
How can I go back?
Deleted Scene 4 is Simba's nightmare sequence. But what happens when guidance isn't enough? Now brace yourself, because this one is dark. A fully animated nightmare sequence was storyboarded for Simba after he joins Timon and Pumbaa. In the nightmare, Simba is trapped in the stampede again. He hears Mufasa's voice. "Simba, why didn't you save me?" The ground opens. Hyenas laugh. Scar's eyes glow in the darkness. It was meant to show Simba's unresolved trauma, but test screenings found it too frightening, especially for kids. It was cut, though fragments of this concept inspired Simba's troubled flashbacks in The Lion King 1.5. But just think, The Lion King could have had an intense horror moment. Deleted Scene 5 is Timon and Pumbaa's original introduction. After that darkness, let's switch gears to something a bit lighter. We all love Timon and Pumbaa's silly entrance, saving Simba in the desert, but originally, their first scene was totally different. They were introduced through a musical number called Warthog Rhapsody. Yes, Pumbaa was going to sing about being a lonely warthog rejected by society. It was funny, but also bittersweet, adding more depth to his character. You can still find recordings of the song. It was later recycled in The Lion King 1.5, but in the main movie they went for a faster, punchier intro. Still, imagine if we'd started with Pumbaa's heartbreak before the laughs. Deleted Scene 6 is when Scar tries to woo Nala, but if you thought Scar was evil already, wait until you hear what he had planned for Nala. And from levity, we take a sharp turn back to one of the darkest deleted scenes. Now here's one Disney really didn't want you to see. There was a deleted scene, fully written and partly storyboarded, where Scar tries to make Nala his queen. Yes, after taking over Pride Rock, Scar notices Nala's beauty. He proposes, "Together we could rule. The strong must survive." Nala, horrified, rejects him and flees, setting up her journey to find help. The scene was cut for being too dark and uncomfortable for a family film, but it explains why Nala is so determined when she meets Simba. She's fleeing Scar's advances. This adds an extra layer of motivation to her urgency and courage. This one scene adds a whole new layer to her story. Deleted Scene 7 is Zazu's song, "In the Cage." Let's lighten the mood once again. Remember when Scar traps Zazu in the ribcage? Originally, that wasn't just a quick gag. There was a whole song sequence planned called "Nobody Knows the Trouble I've Seen." Zazu would sing dramatically, while Scar mocks him and tosses bones into the cage. The scene was meant to add levity in the dark third act, but Disney cut it for pacing reasons. They wanted to keep the final act tense. Still, the animators loved it, and you can find this deleted scene in bonus features today. Zazu deserved his solo moment.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow.
Deleted Scene 8 is young Simba's song, "The Lion of the Sky." Speaking of songs, here's another that never saw the light of day. Few fans know that young Simba almost had a second big song. After I Just Can't Wait to Be King, he was supposed to sing "The Lion of the Sky." In this song, Simba daydreams about flying, escaping responsibilities, soaring free. Lyrics included, "No worries down below, just winds that help me go." The song symbolized Simba's fear of facing reality. But ultimately, Hakuna Matata served a similar purpose later in the film, so they scrapped "The Lion of the Sky." Still, imagine Simba as a flying lion in a fantasy sequence.
Even those who are gone are with us as we go on.
Deleted Scene 9 is Rafiki's healing ritual. Before the final showdown begins, there was one more hidden moment of magic. Rafiki is one of the most mystical characters in The Lion King, but originally we were going to see more of his magic. A full healing ritual scene was planned. After Simba is found by Nala, he visits Rafiki, broken and unsure. Rafiki performs a ritual using flowers, smoke, and chants to help Simba face his past. But Disney cut it for pacing, and felt the simpler conversation under the stars was more emotional. Still, seeing Rafiki's full shaman powers would have been amazing.
It is time.
Deleted Scene 10 is the extended final battle. And now, prepare yourself, because this next scene could have changed the entire ending of The Lion King. The final deleted moment is also the most epic. The final fight between Simba and Scar was originally way longer and more brutal. Storyboards show Scar using the hyenas as human shields. forcing Simba to fight through them. There was also a moment where Scar nearly pushes Simba off Pride Rock, mirroring Mufasa's death. Simba hangs on by his claws, and Scar taunts him. History repeats itself, nephew. But Disney trimmed the fight to keep it fast-paced, and to avoid making it too violent for kids. Striking this balance ensured the climax remained thrilling, yet suitable for the film's young audience. Still, this extended sequence would have made the final battle even more intense. And there you have it. 10 deleted Lion King scenes you were never supposed to see. From terrifying nightmares to haunting songs, from Scar's disturbing proposal to the deeper magic of Rafiki. The Lion King could have been an even darker, richer, and more emotional film. But sometimes, less is more, and what we got was a masterpiece. Question for you. Which of these scenes do you wish they had kept? Comment below and tell me. Which deleted scene surprised you the most, and which one should Disney have kept? I read every comment, and if you enjoyed this dive into the Lion King's hidden history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more videos like this one. Until next time, remember who you are.